Life is wild. It's such an unpredictable journey. From the moment you're born, you're thrown into a whirlwind of experiences, joy, pain, love, fear, victories, and so many losses. You learn as you go, you face obstacles that push you to the edge, but here's the catch. Nobody hands you a guide because they're also doing life for the first time. You're just out here figuring it out one step at a time. And then you have to navigate the media, social media, the school system, politics, family traumas, and so on. Now imagine there was a way to crack the code to happiness, fulfillment, and meaning. Now, I don't claim to have all these answers, but I'm about to share 6 powerful truths that will flip everything you thought you knew about life. These are insights that once heard, you'll never see life again. And I can guarantee you, they're the most simple, but they're the most powerful. And I'm sure you've heard them before, but sometimes hearing them again can transform our lives. And I know. There's so much noise out there. Everyone has an opinion about something. But hey, that's how we learn, I guess. Grab that opinion, filter through it. 90% of it is not good, crap. But that 10% of stuff can really transform our lives, can really bring us to the next level. And I was once at a point where struggling, stressed, depression, anxiety, all that jazz, had no control over my life. And I've come across a few quotes, a few sayings, a few videos that really helped me just get to that next level. They didn't do the work, I did all the work. So that's the thing. So much information out there. You can consume. If you don't do the action, it's all irrelevant. But we need those seeds. We need the seeds. And people have the wisdom. Some people do. But yes, 90% of it is crap. Probably even 99% of it is crap now. But those one couple things, those one couple words, one couple videos can really just bring it to the next level. And you can fast forward. I'm going to tell you a quick little story, but you can see in the bottom right, you can see the tabs. You can fast forward to the actual content, get straight to it, get the value. You don't have to hear me ramble off about my story and journey. But it's just, I think it's important to share my experience, to share stuff like that, because it's what makes us feel sometimes heard. We're like, hey, we're not alone on this journey. And that's the key here is just so you understand that you're not alone. That's the biggest thing in all of this is you're not alone. And we feel sometimes so alone because there's so much divide. There's so much left versus right, blue versus red. This is right, this is wrong. There's so much ego involved, right? Where we think this is the only path and the only truth. And we don't test. We don't think. We don't reflect because we get categorized as conspiracy theorists. We get categorized as extremists. And then with all this crazy stuff going on with cancel culture and all this wild stuff, right? It's just, we don't simplify it anymore. We're not mindful about other people's thoughts and feelings. Where, is there really a truth? Because we're discovering everything every day. There's always new and new and new. Do we really know? I don't think we really know anything. And that's the beautiful thing. Having a beginner's mind and being easily just taking stuff in, not having to agree with it, but just taking it in, bringing it home, reflecting, filtering it, and being like, you know what? No, that's not true to me. And then going through other things. You know what? That is true to me. That feels right in the heart. And if it feels right in the heart, perfect. Feels right in the mind. Minds are programmable. Hearts are not. So like, is it true? Is it just, right? Is it something that's just driven from ego, narcissism, so on and so on? Anyways. Are you ready to rethink everything? Let's dive in. So at number 1, no one cares about your life. And I say that with love, and I say that as a good thing. Don't get me wrong, people do care. But they care about a lot of things, but they don't care as much about your life as you do, or as much as you think they do. We waste so much of our precious time worrying about what others think of us. Our actions, our lives, our families, none of that should matter. Besides, your life is your own business, no one else's. Your life is important to you and you alone. How you live it and what you do with it depends on you. How much you truly care about it and what you do to make it the best life you possibly can. And a little 1.1 thing, like to add on to that, because I think it's also important to add a little bonus kind of thing to it. Fear hurts you more than you realize. Fear is probably the thing that holds us in these negative loops, these limiting beliefs. Many of us want to start over in life or try something new, but fear stops us. We're too afraid for many reasons. The number one reason is failure. And the second reason is that we are afraid of what people will think of us. Fear is the number one killer of dreams. Facing a fear, no matter how small or large, will boost your self-confidence and open the doors to many incredible things, especially joy. Fear is something that has kept me locked up in my limiting beliefs into my little box for 20 plus years of my life. From the age of 20 to 25, I was scared of everything and everybody's opinion because from the age of 10 to 18, I built this identity, my ego, right? You build your ego through high school and through college, and you build this persona of yourself, class clown and hockey player and all these things. And then now you have this ego, this identity, and you're still young, you're 20, you don't really know what an ego is. And then you get here and you get into real life and you're trying to keep this identity, you're trying to keep this muscular, tough guy. I used to be a big gym guy, but you try to keep this energy going, right? So now the ego is getting stronger and stronger. And then I want to go do meditation, mindfulness, and all this kind of cool stuff that healed me. Because when I was doing all this other stuff, I was struggling with mental health and anxiety and all that. And then meditation saved my life. Veganism saved my life. But now it was a complete flip of identity. Everything who I was and what I was doing is no longer the truth of who I was. And ego stepped in the way. Fear stepped in the way. So I didn't do anything for 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Didn't come out to explain how I felt. Didn't come share the wisdom and the knowledge that I gained. And it kept me back for 8 years. Number 2, forgiveness will set you free. Forgiveness is the most powerful thing ever. Forgiving yourself, forgiving your parents, forgiving your family, your friends, forgiving. Not forgiving where it's like, I forgive you and now walk all over me again, but forgiving in the sense where, hey, you did me wrong, you did whatever your mind's telling you that the person did. It doesn't matter if it's right or wrong, but you're forgiving and you're letting go. You don't have to tell the person, but you're forgiving in your heart. You're not doing it for them. You're doing it for you. That's the most, but you're doing it for yourself. So you're not thinking about it every day. It's not draining your energy. There has been family members that have done me wrong. There has been people that have walked all over me. And at the beginning of my journey, it's okay. And then do it again. And then do it again. And then years passed and they just did it again. But you know what? I forgave them. I said, you're on your own journey, right? Don't forget, life is a mirror. So whatever someone does to you, it's a mirror that they're dealing with themselves. So you feel for them. It's like, okay, well, if you're doing that to me, then what's going on inside of you? So I forgave them. I said, hey, you're dealing with a lot of stuff. You're going through a lot of stuff. Keep doing you. And then I just set the boundaries. It doesn't happen again. So holding on to the past hurts. Keeping grudges and staying angry at people from your past who hurt you only hurts you and damages your mental, emotional, and physical health. The person who hurt you doesn't care about you or how they hurt you or your emotional health. So why bother holding on to all this anger? They don't care because they wouldn't do that if they cared. While it can be really hard to forgive someone who hurt you, it's crucial for your overall well-being. Living a life full of anger, resentment, and hurt is very unhealthy. Do yourself a favor, forgive them, and set them free. Do it for you, not them. Number 3, this one's pretty wild. Hurt people hurt people. People will lash out at you, bully you, verbally, mentally, emotionally, or physically abuse you. But remember that none of that has anything to do with you. None of it. When people are hurt, they do the first thing they know how to do: hurt others. It's easy for us to want to hurt them back, but it's important to understand that they come from a place of pain and anger. Don't hurt them back. Send them love. They need love and kindness, not more hurt. It's crazy to think, but it is so freaking true. If you look at all the harm and all the pain, it's just generational of pain and hurt. And that's why history repeats itself. War after war, famine after famine, genocide after genocide. It's been happening for thousands of years. And it's just, they do it and then they hurt and then they do it and then they hurt. Abuse, sexual abuse, all that crazy stuff. It's so heartbreaking, so heart-wrenching. But they need more love and kindness than anybody else. So it's important to know that hurt people. And when you know that, you're able to not allow them, right? You want to set the boundaries. You don't accept it, but you don't let it hurt you in the process, and you stop it. Number 4, you show people how to treat you. Now, this is crucial. Listen up. If people disrespect you and treat you like a doormat, it's because you've shown them that it's okay to do so. When we set boundaries and stop tolerating disrespectful behavior, people will clue in and either respect us or leave. If they leave, you let them go. There is no place in your life for that nonsense. No one has the right to treat you like shit ever. Sorry my language, but I'm so passionate about this because for the longest time, I allowed people to treat me like shit. I was a doormat to everyone's energies and frequencies and shit, blah, 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 blah. And now, I don't let that happen. Set the boundaries. It's not easy. It's the hardest thing ever. You lose a lot of people that you care about and love and want the best for. But you need to focus on yourself, heal yourself, and lead by example, not lead with words. Leading by example usually inspires and motivates that other person. And if not, you did the best you can. But you can only control you. You can't control someone else. Do not be a doormat. Take care of yourself. At number 5, put yourself first. And this may be a little controversial, but trust me. You are number 1, not your kids, not your spouse, not your parents, and not your boss. You. The old saying, you can't pour from an empty cup, is not taken seriously enough. Too many of us are people pleasers and do so much for others and not enough for ourselves. You have to do what's right for you before you do anything for anyone else. Your happiness, health, and you. By doing that, you're able to show up stronger, better, healthier, and then put everybody else at the right area where they are. Everyone's equals in terms of your kids, your spouse. But by putting yourself first, you're able to be better for them. You put them first, that means you're putting yourself second. Your health, mental, physical, what you eat, just how you do your life, your stress, all that stuff. And by doing that, that means you're not going to be as happy, satisfied, content, and then you're technically not showing up for your spouse, your parents, your kids, your boss, whatever. So if you're not doing that, then you're technically not even putting them first, putting them second. So by putting them first, you're technically even putting them second. So you might as well just put yourself first, do all that, and then technically you're then putting them first because you're showing up the best version of yourself. So it's a win-win by putting you first. Anyways, took me a long time to figure that one out. And a bonus addition to this, like 5.1, only you make yourself happy. Happiness is an inside job. Many of us look at external things, events, and people to bring joy to our lives. But the truth is that you only can make yourself happy. No one else can do that. Don't rely on people to make you happy. And heck, that's a lot of pressure to put on people who don't even know that you're putting it on them, right? You can try to buy happiness by purchasing nice things, but it's temporary happiness. Things were off in time. No one or nothing can or will ever make you happy. It's your job. It's up to you to find and do the thing that brings you joy. And if you aren't happy, you really can't blame anybody but yourself. It is fully in our control to learn, to read, to study, to do the things that we need to do to find our happiness. It's really in our control. All right. Number 6, the last one. I know I went on a couple rants in each section area, but this is the last one. Number 6, you only get one life. This one is a crucial one, an important one to know. You only get one life, and it's not a secret. We only have one shot at life. We forget about that one vital part. It's the only one we have, and it's up to you to make the best of it. Stop stressing about the little things that won't matter in 6 months or a year. Stop holding grudges, the past. Step out of your comfort zone and do more epic things. It's up to you to stop wasting the days and chase adventure, opportunities, and all the shiny things that you see that makes you happy. Not that material, physical stuff. Start saying yes to life more and no to mediocrity. You don't get a second chance. We think. Maybe there's rebirth. I'm starting to believe a little bit about rebirth. But anyways, from what we can guarantee 110% is that we have one life. That we can guarantee. So might as well just treat it like that. Forget about the past, things we can't control, others. Focus on self. Find your happiness, your center. Be mindful that you can show up better for everybody else by just showing up better for yourself. Anyways, life is beautiful. Make the best of it. Take control of it. Don't let other people dictate it. And yeah, enjoy it. Anyways, much love. Catch you in the next video. Ciao.